the last video we saw how the fixed cost is reduced from 55 to 37 rupees, almost a reduction of 16 rupees we achieved there. You might remember that our target is to bring down the total cost by 27%. So right now, we'll next go to the variable cost. Variable cost of this unit right now is about 124 rupees per piece. How it is coming? You see in the Ishikawa diagram, diesel consumption. You see the diesel consumption. Diesel is one variable, okay, which can be reduced. The next variable is the paint. That also the conditions are given. And the third variable is the electricity you have. So these three variables we are now trying to reduce. You see the operating conditions. Diesel is consumed at the rate of say around 50 liters per hour with a thermal efficiency of 73%. Now we have seen that this thermal efficiency can be made better by making the oven in a better condition, no? To maintaining it to a better level. So we decide to improve the maintenance of the oven, and we take it from a 73% to a 90% operating efficiency. So in this way, we can reduce the diesel consumption. Now we all know that when the efficiency is low, the fuel is consumed, but it is just wasted. Now you say 50 liter is consumed per hour into 2 liters, 2 hours into 60 rupees per liter. So you are getting a cost of approximately 6,000 rupees per trip, per round. Same way for the paint, you have 1 kg of paint is covering 3 meters square of surface area. So for a round, you require 40 kg of paint, because 1 kg is covering 3 meters square and 1 pieces is equal to 1 meter square surface area, both inside and outside. So for a round, you require 120 kg, 120 pieces divided by 3 meters square. So you require about 40 kg, which is equivalent to 8,000 rupees. Electricity, let us not touch it in the first attempt. So let us focus on how to reduce diesel and paint consumption so that you can reduce the cost. It's already informed that the paint and diesel supplier has refused to give any discount to the price they are supplying now. So variable cost, you have 3 items. Now, diesel consumption is 50 liters per hour. Increase the efficiency to 90% and curing is to be done at 230 degrees centigrade. In this way, the new diesel consumption is only 40.5 liters per hour. A very simple mathematical calculation. Because of the low efficiency, you are losing the heat as waste from the oven. Instead, you maintain the oven and conserve the heat so that you are able to get a better efficiency. So new diesel consumption become 40.5 liters per hour. Second option we have is for the paint. Here, if you see, the paint is being coated on both sides of the piece, but the specification is silent, which means that the customer is not insisting to have the inside surface also painted. He only wants the outside surface painted. If the specification is silent, let us interpret it to our advantage, not to the customer's advantage. If you go and ask the customer, do you want the inside to be painted? He said, yes, definitely. But if he was so particular, you would have put it in the specification. So utilize the specification to your advantage and paint only one side. In this way, you can reduce the paint consumption by 50%. So instead of consuming 40 kg per round, you will require only 20 kg per round. So this is the advantage. You see, You are reducing 10 liter of diesel here, you are reducing 20 kg of paint here per round. So this is the second change we will do. The third change or the third wastage we see here is the coating thickness delivered. The specification says 40 microns. It is very difficult to get exactly 40 microns. And the specification says minimum 40 microns. If it was average, we could have tried. But to get minimum 40 microns everywhere, you need to paint something more. So give it 40 to 50 microns, which is again 20% more instead of the present 50 to 60 microns, which is close to 50%. So coating thickness delivered is 50 to 60 microns. Reduce the coating thickness to 40 to 50 microns. In this way, you can reduce the paint consumption by 15 to 20%. See, already we decide to paint only one side. So you get 50% reduction. Then again, you decide to reduce the coating thickness and match the specification. By delivering 40 to 50 microns, we are not violating the specification. We are complying to the specification and we are eliminating an extravaganza. You might recollect from our session on variables, what is an extravaganza? The customer is receiving it, but he is not paying for it. This is an extravaganza here. Same way, this painting on both sides, this is also an extravaganza because he doesn't want both sides. He wants only one side. Why you are giving both sides? So the third one we have for the paint is the loss of 7 to 10%. This is a wastage. Neither the customer receives it, nor the company is gaining from it. So you try to maintain the back filter and maintain the system and keep only keep a different unit for the dust collecting unit for each color so that you can minimize the paint loss from the present 7 to 10% to say 50% of that to 3 to 5%. So in this case, the paint consumption will be reduced by another 5%. So from the present 40 kg, you are improving three parameters there. One is on the both sides coating is avoided and made only one side. This gives you 20 kg or 50% saving. Again, so it becomes 20 kg. Coating thickness delivered is 50 to 60 micron. You reduce it to 40 to 50 micron. So from the 20 kg, you will be saving another 15 to 20%. So you will require about 16 kg here. And the third case, paint loss is 7 to 10%. Bring it to 3 to 5%. So the 16 will become now 5% reduction from 16, you get 1 kg reduction. So about 15 kg of paint is now required to paint the one round of castings. Electricity we don't touch now. So you will find that the diesel cost reduces from 6,000 to 5,133. Next one, you will see that the paint, we will not go in depth into the coating thickness or the losses. We will just first do with the one side painting. So I'll assume that instead of giving me 3 pieces per kg, it gives me 6 pieces. So I will still assume that I will require 20 kg, though I know that I can do with only about 15 kg paint. So 20 kg into 200 gives me 4,000 rupees. So from the present 8,000, we reduce it to 4,000. Electricity, I'm not making any change. So now the total variable cost becomes 9983 and the variable cost per piece becomes 83.19 and you achieve a reduction of 40.8 rupees. Together with the previous reduction, we now achieve a reduction of 56.7 rupees. I repeat once again, see from the previous reduction, we are now able to improve upon that fixed cost reduction, add the variable cost reduction, and you are achieving a reduction in cost by 56.7 rupees. So we are able to reach a figure of approximately 122 rupees as the cost. We know that the selling price is 150 fixed. So instead of 20 rupees profit, you are able to make 27.7 rupees as the profit. So your management is happy, your customer is happy, and you also will be happy. So as managers, you see that by attacking the fixed cost and the variable cost, you are able to bring down the cost by not 27%, but much more than that. Now, taking these two into consideration, now let us see how the revenues of the companies change. Earlier, the unit price is 200 rupees. Now it is 150. Unit cost was 179. We are able to achieve 123. Profit per piece was 21. Now we are able to do 27. Output per month was 18,000. We are able to achieve an output of 25,344 because we improved the number of working days, and we also got more rounds for the 16-hour working time. And by reducing the round of the time of each round from 120 minutes to 108 minutes, we are able to get 10% more output. So you see the same infrastructure, we eliminated a lot of constraints, and we are able to improve the output by approximately 40%. From 18,000, we are able to achieve 25,344, an improvement of 7,344 pieces, which is approximately 41%. So you reach 25,344 units. Present profits per month is 3,78,000 rupees. This is in spite of working at a unit price of 200 rupees. Even after your unit price goes down to 150, you are able to achieve a profit of 6,84,000 rupees, which you see is double the previous profits. So at the existing condition, with all these wastages and extravagances and underutilization, you are able to make a profit of 3,78,000. Whereas after implementing CR in response to a customer threat, you are now able to achieve a profit of 6,84,288 rupees, even though you are working on a reduced price of 150 rupees. Now imagine if the CR was done when the price was 200. Your price was good and you do a CR of the same stature, you land up with the profits of 19 lakh rupees per month, which is 5 to 6 times the profits existing of the existing system. From 3.78 lakh rupees, you are able to achieve 19.51 lakhs, which is 5 times. How you achieve it? By reducing the unit cost and by increasing the output per month, or by eliminating constraints and maximizing utilization of your infrastructure. So both together, you are able to achieve a 500% jump in profits. Now you might ask me whether this is true, whether this is real. Yes, I can vouch for it because we did these experiments in the factory where I was the factory manager. Now, what is the outcome of such an effort? You met the customer demand, you reduced many consumptions. You reduce the consumption of diesel, you reduce the consumption of paint. You improved your capacity without adding anything to the infrastructure. You add the existing painting system, you kept the same system, but only just modified the working methods, and you came out with an improved capacity. You had much better profits, double the profits in spite of reduced price. You retain the customer, and sixth, you prevent new entrants into the market. You see, always new entrants come in when they see that there is a scope for to carve out a better market share. New entrants come in when they think that they can do better work and get a better profits. Now, if you have reduced the price to 150, no new entrant will dare to come inside, because if the customer is to be retained, he has to go to 120 or 130 level, which may be difficult for a newcomer to achieve. So In this way, the effort gave you these 6 advantages. Now, I ask you another question. Why not go further? Why not go further? Have more working days. Still, you have 31 days in a month. You are not working 25 also. You're working less. Why not more working days? And you are working 16 hours a day. Why not make it 18 or 20 if there's a demand for your product, your service? Why not go beyond 90% thermal efficiency? Efficiency should be inching towards 1 unit. Instead, you are happy with 90%. Why not increase the thermal efficiency to more than 90%? Make your system more efficient so that you have lesser losses and your heat is used to paint the system, to cure the materials faster. Curing can be done at 240 degrees. So this will make for a minimum 8-minute curing time. So this will get you more output per round, per for the working hours you are doing. The output per round is 120 pieces, but if you are having more rounds in a day, you get more output. Coating thickness, instead of 40 to 50 microns, make it 40 to 45 micron. When you have this much money, you can go for a super efficient system with less losses and more directed guns, so that you get easily a 40 to 45 micron paint coating. Paint loss, now we are talking about 5%, go below 5%. And of course, there can be more pieces per hanger if there is room, or you can add some small pieces to the hanger so that you get addition to your main piece, you can also get some smaller pieces done. So use these changes, you can reduce the present cost to 76 rupees. As you can see in this working. So instead of 90, you go to 93% efficiency. Paint, you can go to 17 kg. Electricity consumption, I've shown that it requires 5 HP motors. Why not try a 2 HP motor and see whether the working is okay? So in this way, you can get a total cost per round to 12,328 rupees, and the cost per piece works out to 103 rupees. So after these changes, what can be the profit level? The initial present unit price 200, you made it to 150, the customer made it to 150. Unit cost from 179, you bring it down to 103. A profit per piece from 21, you increase it to 47. Output from 18,000, you make it to 35,000. And profits per month from 3.78, you can take it to 16.86. This is with a reduced price. In case the price was 200 rupees, you will land up with a profit of 34,80,000 rupees per month. See the big change, almost a 9 times increase in profits coming, even though your infrastructure is the same, you are giving the required output to your customer with the same specification. You are not compromised on the coating thickness. Your customer needs a coated piece, and the coating thickness should be above 40 microns. We are not compromising on that. So utilization of your infrastructure gives you almost double the capacity. From 18,000, you are taking a capacity to 35,000. So you are not added to the infrastructure. You have only modified the way you worked so that you get double the output. Some more changes can be made. Increase the oven efficiency further. Painting, you can go further. Electricity, you can reduce. Fixed cost, maybe you can try to reach 40,000 units. So this way, you see that there is no end to the cost reduction benefits you can take from this plant. You can continuously improve, they call it Kaizen, continuous improvement. The same thing can be done in your factory. No need for any Japanese jargon. You can continue improving so that you get a much better profits. Our focus is to improve the profit, and from the present profit of 3.78 lakhs, you can reach 34 lakhs with the same price level. or even if the price level reduces, you achieve a 5% increase in the profits to 16.86 lakhs. So you see that how a cost reduction effort can help you to improve your profits, improve your capacity, and help you to keep new entrants out of the market. So with this, I come to the end of this lesson. Applying the principles of cost reduction and constraint elimination, we just saw how profits from 3.78 lakhs can be increased to 16 lakhs and 35 lakhs and meet customers' demand of a reduced price. This is just not a theoretical exercise which I shared. This was a practical achieved project, and we were able to cut down the working time of the factory, this painting line, from 30 days to 15 days just to meet the demand. We were doing for our own in-house consumption. So we reduced the working days in the painting line and took those workers into the assembly line. In this way, we were able to improve the output much further. You might have seen the first slide I was talking about a 5.5%, 5.5 times increase in the profit level of the company where I work. This is one of the key reasons how we were able to achieve it. The painting line was the bottleneck, and we were able to master the painting line so that we could eliminate all the constraints, remove all the bottlenecks, and improve the production beyond imagination. And that was the first step in turning around the company. Thank you.